Wukong are going to come down from the middle. Skarner's actually gonna come from base. Not gonna get the neutralize. Very, very close. Nice try, but that did give his own teammate some time to regroup. Maybe go for the Storm Shield. Warwick, is he gonna stop it? No, he's not gonna stop it as Urgot pressures him away. Swain picking up that Storm Shield. Vayne, meanwhile, was not able to pick it up just yet. Are they gonna go for this free Storm Shield right now, though? Yes, they will go straight for that. And Trepidation also will not be able to contest it. Urgot's going to run right into Warwick. Are they going to initiate? Trepidation goes for the fight. Wukong's going to jump right in. Vayne is at the back. He got so much free damage. Finally does get exhausted, but Riven's going to get taken down without an answer. Warwick with a great suppress. Great rocket grab brings Vayne out of the fight, but gonna get condemned. Blitzcrank's going to be put down. brownbruiser doing so much free damage. Vayne's teammates are doing so much work for her to be able to put out that much damage, especially with that Storm Shield, helping with the AoE against the entire enemy team. So we're going to see Taric and Vayne pressure against TempestEP on Urgot here at the drill. Do they want to go for the kill before the tower? Yes, they're just going to go straight for the kill. Taric's taking so much tower damage though. Vayne needs to get the kill fast. Taric tries to run out of tower range, is going to live at the last minute. He's going to get a heal just in case and start the channel, but Riven and Swain have spawned and they're coming back out. So is Blitzcrank, so Taric and Vayne will retreat. But Warwick, meanwhile, has taken the windmill for amputees. So now it's a reverse 3-2 cap in favor of the blue team.
Blitzcrank did get a very good grab there in on Vayne, but there really wasn't any damage to follow it up with, and Vayne was just able to chip away. However, they were able to deflect the push away from the drill, and now the engagement here in the center. Hammerhand getting really low on health and getting taken down with Wukong, one of their main damage dealers, being taken out there. They are going to go ahead, they're going to break off that engagement for the time being. NoGod TryScience heading up towards the windmill there, slipping past that AoE there from Swain in order to get up there to interrupt Mia, but Mia is a durable champion, but locks down the suppress, throws a Garrison on the tower. Volandum gets caught by Hammerhand, which gives NoGod TryScience a few more moments to keep Riven zoned up there. Missing with the grab, unfortunately, TheFeedski not able to land that at the moment. TempestEP partnered up there with him, and Azizio, is he going to do it? Yes, he gets the stun in on the TheFeedski. TheFeedski running, he's got that overdrive procced, and we're going to see that grab right there. Grabs NoGod TryScience, and there's that lockdown I was talking about before the game began. Immediately there, followed up with Riven and Hammerhand using the ultimate there to break the fight up just a little bit. TheFeedski having to go back. MissMiaRose, grabbing brownbruiser there. brownbruiser, don't do it. Don't chase him. Okay, good. Vayne not going to opt to stand in that laser there. Volandum getting stuck right into that wall there, but didn't seem too concerned with it, although maybe a little bit more concerned now that his HP has been reduced to 0. Still pressuring the drill there, but not able to get it yet. Maybe overstaying their welcome just a little bit, as coming back from the summoner platform, Team Trepidation is able to clean up that push, and NoGod TryScience is recapping the windmill, but he has 2 people incoming.
Meanwhile, Nice87 gets to the boneyard just in time. He has to leave that bottom tower to help his teammates. He needs to keep Skarner off this tower. Skarner could just care less about his health if he can get the neutralize. The minions are going to get it for him, so Skarner now, mission accomplished, is going to retreat. Meanwhile, top, we do see Urgot getting the shutdown. TempestEP and TheFeedski still going up against brownbruiser, and this is not a fight Blitzcrank wants to be in. Vayne putting out so much damage. The true damage just chunking away at his health. Vayne is relentlessly chasing, and now that she knows that Blitzcrank is forced to retreat, gonna go back to the windmill, which has been neutralized. Not much left on it. Is Blitzcrank gonna go for the grab at the last minute? He does, but the tower has been captured a half a second too late for TheFeedski. Volandum also going to retreat. I also see Hammerhand coming in. Hammerhand's been doing a lot of damage with this Wukong, and Blitzcrank barely getting saved with that Swain's snare across the wall.
Now, Wukong, a champion that we don't see very often, but he is usually pretty scary, and Wukong is one of the main sources of damage that they do have, although they seem to be handling him pretty well. They have a lot of snares, they have a lot of crowd control, but it's a matter of them being able to control Blitzcrank, and if they don't, MissMiaRose getting caught walking through the forest, as it were. We're going to grab pulling Azizio out of the fight there, and now Volandum taking a lot of damage, getting taken down immediately there. They want to get rid of Swain because of his AoE, and we have a 5v5 fight brewing. Fenrir and Nix87 coming up from the bottom there. Fenrir getting taken down, but MissMiaRose a little bit worse for wear, and she's going to circle around away from that. Nix getting caught and blown up by the entire team there, and MissMiaRose circling around. Those cooldowns now off cooldown, using that to throw a bunch of damage into the fight there, and TheFeedski now in the front of the group, getting burst for a good portion of his hit points, though Nix87 is back, and a nice grab on Hammerhand there, but there was no one to follow it up with. Nix had already retreated a little bit. He's going to throw the spell flex, going to deal a little bit of damage, but it's really not going to threaten anyone. But he catches Azizio with the Rune Prison, and with the help of Blitzcrank getting him shut down right there, and they are able to take out Wukong as well. A pretty deep in push there by Amputees.
Yeah, Amputees has been really aggressive ever since they took down that windmill, and now it's going to hurt them a little bit as the minions have pushed out in favor of Trepidation, but Vayne's going to pick off Blitzcrank without much of an issue. Maybe. No, Riven's going to get the stun. Can TheFeedski live through this? No, eventually will go down, but Urgot's also going to get the shutdown onto Vayne, which is going to allow the 3 members of Trepidation here to capture the windmill back in their favor, giving them the 3-2 cap right back, right before they actually got taken over in Nexus Health score. So they're still in the lead just by a little bit. But as you mentioned, MPT is getting a little bit greedy in their push against the drill.
Yeah, they really wanted to try and drive that one home, but they weren't able to do so. However, that active pressure did have the side effect of keeping them pinned into their base, so they, even though they lost that engagement, Trepidation was really just not in a position to counter-push that because of how far into their own territory they were. And now, Creepwave up on the windmill, getting a little bit of cap in on it, but Volandum getting caught by himself right there and killed very, very quickly. MissMiaRose now seems to be the focus target. They're throwing an exhaust on her so as to limit her damage. And now TheFeedski is going to be the next target. TempestEP doing as much damage as he can, but is it going to be enough to save this point? I don't think that it will. He is going to go down. TheFeedski is up there by himself, but he doesn't have any health right now. And he is going to go for a Zizio, though, but Taric does have that heal. His HP is a lie, but with the help of Volandum, they are able to take him down. Volandum now, it's up to him to defend this windmill. Blitzcrank is looking a little bit worse for the wear, although he is going to engage again. Makes a dive straight in there for Vayne, trying to shut him down, but not able to do so. Unfortunately, Vayne's damage so high, and the amount of the auto attack that they took there really was just not good for them.
Yeah, but finally we do see Ryze has taken out a kill against Skarner and Riven coming down to help. But we see Wukong and Taric responding very, very quickly. They're not going to be able to get this captured. They really wanted it. It is the objective. Wukong actually has taken a ton of damage. He's trying to run away with that decoy. Not going to happen. Rune Prison locks him down. Can they take out Taric before any other help arrives? TempestEP actually going to come down here for this cap. They want to take away the objective so that they can have that damage buff to end the game if at all possible. Riven going to chase away Warwick. They do capture the quarry in favor of Trepidation. They do have that damage buff, but Ryze is going to get caught a little bit behind a straggler, and that's exactly what Skarner and Taric want to see. They're going to just go for the kill, so Ryze goes back in to put the Garrison down on the tower before he dies to keep it alive a little bit longer. Meanwhile, because of all that resource of focus down onto the quarry from amputees, that allows TheFeedski and Blitzcrank to try to neutralize the refinery, but more importantly, Swain going to recapture the windmill for a Trepidation. Yeah,
with 4 people down there at the bottom and trying to capture 2 points, they can really only respond to one of them, and they went for the refinery. They could not get to the windmill in time. So there's a fight breaking out, though, however, in the middle of the map. Hammerhand with the airborne putting out some damage to some CC there, but being the focus target as a result for it. And now, brownbruiser, you can see that lifesteal coming into play, keeping him up for a lot longer than he would have had. And now, NoGod TryScience is the last person standing up against Team Trepidation. And Blitzcrank has something to say about that. It's called Static Field, and shuts Warwick down right there. Vayne in that last engagement, that lifesteal, kept him up for a good extra 6 to 8 seconds that he would not have been able to. Nyx87, though, on the bottom, able to take out Metalfenrir and save his tower. Very good play there by Nyx87. Close fight on the bottom lane.
Very, very close. Just a matter of one ability from either champion making the difference there. When we are going to see Aziza and Hammerhand go straight for the windmill alongside brownbruiser. brownbruiser's been playing quite well, but in that last fight, the team just wasn't able to support that lifesteal and the kiting. They were right in the middle, and Vayne was actually completely zoned, not able to contend very well. Riven actually gets melted by all 3 champions. Now there's a suppression from Warwick onto TempestEP. There's a grab onto NoGod TryScience, but that's not exactly where TheFeedski wants to be right now. Volandum and TheFeedski need to make a run for it. Azizo and NoGod TryScience are going to chase away the enemy champions. brownbruiser joining them as Hammerhand has gone back to the windmill for the capture. TheFeedski trying to pick off someone across the wall there. Not going to happen. Meanwhile, Nyx87 pushing out against the quarry. Realizes he's a little bit too far out. The enemy team is next to their drill. He's really susceptible to ganks. Decides to back off, and that's going to leave Taric getting cut off by Blitzcrank and Swain. But here come Vayne and Warwick right away. It turns into a 4v2 very, very quickly. Volandum trying to live with his ultimate, but it's not going to be enough Urgot and Riven now doing some damage, but Riven uses her Wind Slash while in Exhaust. That's going to mitigate so much of that damage. Vayne is still alive, just kiting back and forth, getting that lifesteal down, gets a double kill before getting taken out by Urgot, and now Urgot is the one with a double kill. MissMiaRose still alive, doing quite well at half health. TheFeedski comes back in for the static field at such a low health. NoGod TryScience now fighting 1v1 against MissMiaRose and actually is forced to run away while TheFeedski goes down to the bottom tower to help TempestEP as they try to lock down Metalfenrir and kill him off, but he gets the impale. He's gonna get the kill onto Blitzcrank, and now he's looking for the kill onto TempestEP. TempestEP just needs to stall a little bit longer. They just don't want to lose the tower at this point, and that is enough time. Volandum and next 87 coming back to save the tower, still in a 3v2 situation, but this time once again in favor of MP.
There's a very good play there, leaving Riven to deal with Warwick. You just need one person to zone that enemy champion away, break the other two off to be able to go down and save the bottom point, although they weren't able to get that bottom point right away. They do have it recaptured now. It is 3 caps to 2 in favor of amputees at the moment. You see them grouping up in the bushes over there by the speed shrine. 2 people poking their heads out in front. TheFeedski going for a grab, pulling Azizio in, but not necessarily the best person to pull in the fight, as brownbruiser's Vayne is just hanging outside the fire, chipping away at everyone there. 1 kill, 2 kill. Are we going to see 3 kills? We're going to see 3 kills. Are we going to see 4 kills? Is brownbruiser going to take this home? No. Taric doesn't want Vayne to have a quadra kill. He does not play well with others. MissMiaRose, though, up again, going to back out to the point over at the drill to provide some disruption and some delay on that. But against 3 champions, one of them being that Vayne, who's just doing so well so far this game, not able to pick that up. So they are going to lose the drill, unfortunately, and everyone that's over there to defend it has a pretty good amount of health, but grabbing Azizio again. Blitzcrank loves Taric. His armor has an imprint of Blitzcrank's fist. It fits right in like a Lego and pulls him over. They're going to get that kill off on Taric. They're going to turn that drill around very, very quickly. Warwick having to retreat up to the top point, and Nyx87 pushing up on that bottom lane there, creeping slowly closer to it, and Blitzcrank and Urgot are coming around from the side. Metalfenrir sees what's going on now, and he is in a bad spot, getting locked down with that rune prison right away there. There's lots of minions. That tower is going neutral, but is it going to go captured? The brownbruiser sees that there's 3 people there, backs off, waits for his teammates to come. Azizio getting grabbed by Blitzcrank again. Blitzcrank and Taric, the best of friends right here, but Azizio getting caught in a pretty rough spot away from his team, not able to really provide any support to them, being out away from them like that. And brownbruiser catching TempestEP. There's a suppress and a grab and all sorts of bad things. Silence goes off, and TempestEP narrowly escaping there. The painkiller survival method, have 2-digit hit points and leave the battle in one piece. The bottom point is captured right now. Nyx87 has got to try and hold it against Fenrir and Wukong, and there's just so much damage between those 2 champions. He's going to throw down the Garrison in delay. He's got the ultimate, gets a little bit extra sustain off of that. He is able to take Wukong down in the exchange, but Metalfenrir is going to be able to neutral that point. However, another one of those plays, while things were going on bottom lane, with that commitment to bottom lane, Swain's just going to go up and pick up the windmill.
Yeah, very good focus shift from both TheFeedski and Volandum. Also, want to point out, MissMiaRose and Volandum took out a 2v2 fight against Warwick and Wukong. Warwick was already at half health, being chased away in a 2v1 situation. Wukong came a little bit late, and Vayne was heading up there, but got caught, as we saw, by TempestEP and TheFeedski with that painkiller survival method coming out from Urgot here, played by TempestEP. Are we going to see Vayne show up? Yes, Vayne shows up, gets caught completely away from her teammates, is going to get slowed by Urgot. Can they pick up the kill before the fight begins? Yes, Vayne is down now to 4v2. Azizio now in the middle of the entire enemy team. Vayne Riven, putting out so much free damage. NoGod TryScience tries to lock down Urgot, but it's not going to matter. TheFeedski is the one at low health, and that's not the target they want to take out first right now. Riven is still alive. MissMiaRose putting out so much disruption and damage. brownbruiser has come back up, cleanses the exhaust, but is that going to be enough? A double kill comes out. Can MissMiaRose chase through and get the kill? Yes, with the final stun is going to pick up the kill, and here is a great grab saving Volandum. Volandum going back to the top to clear the minion wave. Meanwhile, NoGod TryScience now in a 2v1 situation, gonna be joined by TempestEP in a 3v1. They're gonna take out the kill onto Warwick. Great fight coming out.
Yeah, that revive play, or maybe not so. I think it was a revive that got Vayne back out into that engagement. She seemed to come up very, very quickly. But Vayne coming in there that second time around, it was dangerously close to sealing the deal. However, a very solid exhaust in that engagement really helped them out. And now TheFeedski coming up there for brownbruiser again, trying to catch Vayne away from everyone else as the other members of the team descend upon the drill there. brownbruiser getting taken down over by the refinery. Now NoGod TryScience has to try and defend that point.
It's not looking good though. There is the Garrison, but it's a 3v1. Metalfenrir finally comes up from the bottom. And now it's a 3v2, MissMiaRose in a little bit of a dangerous situation. TheFeedski also taking a lot of tower damage, but still gets a grab, relying on that mana barrier to survive. They're going to take off Warwick, and now it's a 3v1. Easy kill for Trepidation, getting the ace. And that is going to be game for Trepidation. A lot of back and forth, but eventually it's going to be the red team that will move on into
Team Trepidation with their first win in a competitive setting in DominateDominion tournaments. So congratulations to them as they move on to the round of 8. Amputees, unfortunately, is out for this week, but hopefully we can see them again. I am a big fan of Amputees and Beware Tall Grass. And any other team that comes out and plays, you guys are awesome.